AfterMath stream. I'm going to try to make this faster. And if you ever think something should be in it, or if you want to add, I should add extra or remove stuff, make it shorter, I'm always open to feedback. Hit me up, Fireman on the Discord. You'll know who I am. I literally post this video in there. So, bam. Who else is watching? We'll quickly go to the draft board here. Everything's as expected. Everybody that's at the top, people spent a lot of money for. A lower, people didn't spend as much money for. I did mention that some people are going to go above 300. We have 3 people here: Luth, Deviraz, Glump. I actually expected Godlike Matt to be also above 300, but 275 is, he's the 4th highest paid. I kind of had him pinned as the 2nd or 3rd, and kind of in my head, so fairly close. But that also comes at Spee only being 222. What a steal by Rabbi! What a steal! Honestly, I think Rabbi had a great draft. Claps off to him. I went for 229. I can't believe I went more than Spee. I'm like discount Spee, basically. I should have been 140, maybe some value there, but that's fine. We'll move on. It's not about me. This is about lowers. Penguin Buddha only going for 0. I thought he was going to go higher because he has a low amount of games, but if you look at his MMR and you look at the games he's played, I feel this guy has potential. I think this guy, depending on how many games they play, and I use guy as girl and guy, don't girl and male. I just use guy for almost everybody. Don't cancel me, please. But Penguin Buddha could be like 2K by the end of the season, 1280 to 2K. I fully believe it. And 200 start at 750, 1280, time to hit 2K. So I'm kind of excited to see where Penguin Buddha goes. But yeah, got this player for 0. So I just huge. Carp and Peaches, the last 2 people didn't bid. They just got their person. Sorry, technically wrong that these guys might go for a little bit more. Well, I thought maybe Carp. I don't know about him, but Doughboy I expected to be over-expected. I mean, but Peaches as well. I thought he'd go for more than 0, but turns out he doesn't. But yeah, nothing really shocking me, honestly, besides me going too high. Penguin Buddha for 0 and Spee not near 300. Deviraz honestly being number 1 is a shocker at 340. DeVirus, or however you say his name. I don't think he's happy he got spent the highest. But my team spent 229 on me, and I think I'd rather spend 340 on you than 229 on me. But that's up for debate. I think that all teams did really well as well with their money. So, and I think the separation by MMR was fairly fair if we switch to the lower draft sheet where everything was auto-populated, which I think is awesome. I have no idea how to do it. I am not spending, an hour or however long it was to learn how to do these codes. I'm a boomer. Rabbi ending up with the highest average at 2,158, and our lowest is 1,754 with Maniac. But honestly, all these MMR averages are fairly close. Like 1754 is a little low, but if you think 1824, we have a couple 2000, we have a couple 1990s. Like it's pretty good. Anyways, I kind of want to just go right to the tier list that I kind of created. I don't know anybody's personalities really well in lower. I know quite a few people in upper. I played upper in the first season or second season, season 1. I had a good, okay time. Know a few of them, but in lower, I'm not 100% sure who is who. So this is going off of MMRs and roles currently. And now I do understand, I've been even told some teams are separating. and changing the rules they're on. I'm gonna give my tier list. I spent some time at work kind of deciding. Even last night, I was like, who do I kind of think the strongest teams are? I don't think being a high MMR captain or being a lowest MMR captain really affected how you could draft based on value 575 to 415. And I'll kind of give my quick reasons why. So number one, and who knows what team names are? We got Rabbi. And my big reasoning is if we just go back to he got speed cheap and then he got two more cores, or he has like two other high MMR players and himself. Like this guy maximized their team really well, and they do end up having the highest MMR, and their team's just great. They did such a good job. He like this is such a I firmly believe this is the team to beat. If you beat this team, you can consider yourself possibly making the finals. I do think this is the best team. I know I said that there's no team that's way above. I might have been misleading. I think Rabbi's team is really good, but obviously, you know what? That's why you play the games. MMR is not everything, and as well as they could be playing different roles than I think they are. Number two is Sacred. And I hate to say this, the two best teams, I think, had the highest MMR players, if I'm not wrong here. We go, yeah, Sacred and Rabbi. Sacred being actually the highest, and I'm giving him second, where Rabbi was second. So that's kind of, I think that's a coincidence. And the reason why I'm giving it to him is he's top heavy. But he has Glump. I fully believe Glump, Cranberry, and Sprite, and Sacred. I think they have their. I think Sacred and Glump have a good chance at maybe possibly carrying their team. Third place. And by the way, this tier list is probably definitely changing because Sacred, I could see his team dropping to 4 and 5, but I firmly do believe Rabbi has the best team. Third place, Chad slash Zach Roy. Why do I like his team? Look at this. Sinister and Hawks right underneath me. Two. No, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has, in theory, the 7th and 8th best player, MMR wise, available to draft. He also picks up Architeuthis. I don't know. I'm terrible with names. He gets 3 guys at the very top, and Chad is in the 4th place in MMR. He only had to take one guy, and I think he spent his money on it. Like had a bottom 8 guy. Like this team, I think is well balanced with MMR. Yes, he doesn't have a top guy that won't carry the game as hard as like Spee or Glump, but this is a team where I think they're going to win by committee. I really do like their team. Okay. Number 4 is actually the guy in last that was 8th place, had the most money. Lad of lads. Where is he? Oh, right here. And all I have is uses money well and got a good team. That is some sick analysis I came up with. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to change my analysis from earlier. Used money well, got good team. That's literally what I wrote on my phone. No other notes. No other notes. Next one is Darth Ball / J Fitz / whatever other name he wants to call himself. Where? The reason why they're number 5 is actually I mentioned up earlier. Devirez was the highest paid player, and it cost a lot, 340. I feel like Dark did not surround Devirez enough, and he's gonna have to try to carry. Has to basically every game on his back. And yes, can he do it? Of course he can, and that's why he's number 5 right now. But what if he can't? Then they're just screwed. I'm gonna be honest. Now I could be completely wrong, and someone could be a lower MMR than they should be, or Matty Boy really does step up. And I don't want to discount any of the players. Darth Balls, Krem, Vitorias, they could do well, but I do feel Devirez is going to be the life and blood of that team in deciding if they win. Maniac. Super low players, I wrote down. With Godlike Matt. So I mentioned this in my past video. They actually are the lowest MR average. They have 2 of the people in the bottom 8. Only team with 2 in the bottom 8, I believe. And with that, you'd think, okay, you have extra money to spend, and maybe you can get yourself out kind of 2 people higher, like Rabbi's team almost. Maybe you can get a 2K with your 3K or something if you're getting 2 people low. Turns out, no. Look at this. Look, compare these 2 teams. And I'm not saying MMR is everything, but you could tell Maniac just, I feel like either he got outbid during the draft or he wanted to pick certain players. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like money usage could have been better. Godlike Matt, fortunately, can play mid or off lane at a very high level, and he's gonna like Devirez, he's gonna have to put some games on his back. I've heard good things about Maniac, and I've heard bad things about Maniac. So if Maniac can do all the good things, I think this team could be better than 6th place. So this game's gonna be up to Godlike Matt and Maniac. Also, if Godlike Matt is really good at discussing with people, you can play with lower MMR players and do insanely well with them. So if they can get Doughboy or Meef to kind of step up their game, it'll be huge. Number 7, I have Beta Bits. Weaker 3-core. Actually, let's type weaker tri-core than a lot of teams. And I don't know if I should have put Beta Bits here or not. I feel like their tri-core doesn't have anybody that like pops. But I feel like they still have a good team. It's just tough. I've heard good things about Mikey Mike. I've heard good things about September. I've kind of heard bad things as well. So I'm a little iffy. But September is like the 3rd or 4th best mid. Depending on what team they face, I think they could do really well if he takes advantage of maybe some lower MMR mids. Mikey Mike, I've heard, is a really good offlaner. There's a lot of high MMR carries as well, so I'll be curious how well that works out. And I have no idea who their carry is because I don't know who everybody is yet. Hoping to learn. And then last place is the Dragon. I didn't want to put us last. I wanted to put us like 6th or 7th, okay? And my notes are my team. I'll be honest. Now I'm the only one down on the team. I'm not 2,930 MMR a gamer. I showed my Dota buff in the past stream. You can find it pretty easy. We have one of the lower averages, and that's with me saying if I am a 2,930 player. I do. Dragons reassured me. We'll find out how well he plays. I haven't got a chance to play with all of them yet. Geist, I think, is going to be in my lane with me. We'll find out how well that plays out. I've heard really good things about Normal, and I heard about those good things after I made this tier list. So if that's true, maybe it can put some pressure off of me and our second lowest average. Maybe we can go up. A lot of it is going to be on how well I can play. Can I start being an actual 2K carry, or am I gonna continue just to be a shitter and my team loses every game because I can't carry? So there's a lot of pressure on me, but talking to them, some pressure might be uh, off. Shia LaBeouf also he spent 100 for him, and I think Dragon kind of targeted him, and maybe our MMR would be higher, but I don't think the last person you draft makes the team. I think it's about your first kind of two picks really do set the tone when you're drafting in Fluffy Hat. So overall, I think everybody's draft was fair. I think every team's going to be able to take a game off of each other. I might make a tier list after a couple weeks and see where we are. And yeah, that's my video. Like, subscribe, don't. Just give me a dislike. You do you, boo. Thanks. Bye.